Hey, shalom, shalom. First off, I want to start off by giving all the honor, all the glory, and all the praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. To you, I say shalom. To all the Akim and Akwaf that may be tuning in, may this lesson be edifying and uplift your spirit. This is the brother Halalyum from the Great Millstone branch of Chicago, coming at you with another lesson in truth. And as we know, last night, Trump claimed that if Iran didn't open the Strait of Hormuz by 8 o'clock Eastern time, which here in the Midwest would be 7 o'clock, that he would destroy an entire civilization. Many people were starting to freak out. The average American already dealing with high gas prices. And this war destroying the supply of oil facilities getting destroyed. The Strait of Hormuz getting closed. And now, after this man made this big threat to destroy an entire civilization and bring Iran back to the Stone Age, he went back on his offer. He went back on the promise that he made overnight. And he extended the deadline, for another 2 weeks. And this is showing you, man, the days of Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, Esau Edom and the Babylonian, American government being able to go to these different countries, especially over there in the so-called Middle East. The days of these people being able to go to these countries and bomb people and leave is over. And the Lord is humbling the wicked. And the wicked are starting to lose their pride. The average Edomite is freaking out about the economic instability of America. The fact that their country is falling. And us, the men of Yahweh Shem Shai, we couldn't be more joyful to watch the downfall of our enemy. And the Lord humbling the wicked. And it couldn't happen soon enough and at a better time than now. But I'm going to let this video play. It's from MS Now, this news channel on TikTok. May this lesson be edifying.
Donald Trump just caved, backing down from his fake deadline, averting for now what the president described this morning as an attack on Iran that would lead to the death of a, quote, whole civilization. Moments ago, the president posted, quote, I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. The suspension is contingent on Iran reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Now, Trump says he backed down based on talks with Pakistan, which is serving as an intermediary. He added, quote, we received a 10-point proposal from Iran and believe it is a workable basis on which to negotiate. Donald
I think we should plan this another time.
This nigga's scared.
Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night.
Fuck that shit.
We're going Saturday night, and that's it.
I think we should plan this another time.
This nigga's scared.
Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night.
Fuck that shit.
We're going Saturday night, and that's
I had to play it twice, man. Because this nigga is indeed scared, man. Honestly, man, they need to take Twitter away from this dude, man. He made a threat to send this country. Let me check and see if the sound is on. Salakia, you made a threat to send this country back to the Stone Age. That you would destroy an entire civilization, which you already bombed, several elementary schools in Iran. And now you want to extend about 2 weeks telling them to open the Strait of Hormuz. Well, here's the thing, Mr. Donald Trump. You're the reason they closed it, man. Because other countries have access to, the oil in the Strait of Hormuz. It's just that it's not you. The strait was open until you waged this illegal war that you're currently losing, although American mainstream media is not reporting it, and now you want to extend deadlines, man. But the point of this is that, hey, the Lord is humbling the wicked. The pride of the wicked is being completely dismantled. And it's a beautiful thing to witness. This is Jeremiah 51. in 29, and it says, Jeremiah 51:29, and the land shall tremble. And matter of fact, no, verse 30. Jeremiah 51:30, it says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned in her dwelling places. And this scripture is, of course, referring to, the mighty men, which who are the modern day mighty men? That's the soldiers, the men that trained, that are experienced in the art of war and combat. But the scripture says, as the ruler is, so is the people. And Donald Trump, he chickened out, as they say, and he backed away from the threat that he made to destroy this civilization and send this country back to the Stone Age. Why? Because he knows that he can't do it. While America and Israel were bombing, all girls elementary schools in Iran was actually destroying America's oil facilities, man. Destroying facilities in Saudi Arabia and Qatar, and so on and so forth. So, hey, Donald Trump, he once again has refrained from pursuing after Iran, man. The way that he promised he would do. Why? Because the Lord is dismantling the pride of the wicked. The days of Esau Edom being able to be the hammer of the earth, smashing all the nails in, so to speak, oppressing the nations. Like it says in Isaiah 14, he who smote the nations in wrath, those days are over. These Edomites are not the same people that they were, 50, 60, 70 years ago. The glory days of this place are over, man. This is Psalms 9:19. It says, arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. And we're about to see that unfold. The Lord is about to assemble all these nations that have this hatred and animosity towards each other. He's going to assemble them all together in the so-called Middle East, and they're all going to bomb and destroy each other, man. And the heathen will be judged, and we're going to witness it. Verse 20, put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. And that's all they are. The sons of men, the heathens. And Esau, Edom representing the sons of the wicked. And, us Israelites represent the sons of God. But these heathen are about to be judged, man. Their pride is being taken away from them. Mainly Babylon the Great. Because this is the main stronghold of Esau, Edom. This has been the main superpower of the world for decades, man. And now we're seeing the epic conclusion, of this nightmare that we've been living in all these years, man. These 400 years that we've been over here in this captivity, in this wicked-ass kingdom. This is Proverbs 16 and 18. It says, Salakia, Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. That's right, man. Pride is what comes before one gets humbled. And Esau, Edom is about to get humbled to the highest degree, because these Edomites are the children of pride. Esau is known for having that, that condescending, like it says in Daniel, his look was more stout than his fellows, man. These Edomites are known for having a what you call a superiority complex. Thinking that they're better than everyone else, thinking that they're the superior race. And now the curtain is being pulled back on Esau, Edom, and the world is finding out that Esau, Edom, that you Edomites are just a bunch of devils, that stole everything. You didn't gain anything through actual merit and hard work, through hard labor. You gained everything through genocide, ethnic cleansing, rape, robbery, murder, extortion, selling people, selling our forefathers. You have not gained anything through the goodness of your heart, man. And your pride is being taken away, and eventually your kingdom is going to be taken away, and all you Edomites are going to be reduced to nothing but slaves, man. Starting with the elite class. I'll end it off with Isaiah. Um, let's see, Isaiah 13:9. And it says, Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So, as we see World War III brewing, the tensions of World War III are about to go up to the highest degree. The Yahweh Shai is going to appear in the midst of the third woe. After the MOTB is instated, after the elite of Esau Edom tried to establish their NWO, and when World War III starts, man, the Yahweh Shai is going to return in the midst of all that chaos, man, and whoop everyone's ass and establish the true righteous kingdom. Verse 10, For the stars of heaven, the constellations thereof, shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, going into what? The solar eclipses, the signs of heaven, which we have been seeing a lot in the past, 4, 5, 6 years now. The past 7, 8 years, we've been seeing many solar eclipses, signs in the heavens, chariots, the sun being darkened. It says, The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. These Edomites, they are the main children of pride in the earth. And Donald Trump is a prime example. And all the arrogancy, the pride of the wicked is about to cease permanently. And they're going to go from riches to rags. So I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakwadash, the Balanas, to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Kwam Yasha Allah, Wa Abba, and until the next lesson.